Hi, good morning. Today I have a customer set of knives to do. They're basically Füri knives, which are not too bad. They've got a nice little zing to them. They're not damaged or anything. I'm just going to get straight into it. There's also a very flexible, thin global knife, which might be interesting. I'll leave that till last. So we'll start off with the Santoku. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm used to buffing and things, I'm going to give them a quick buff and see if I can get them shinier. So we're going to head over to this machine here. Hey, Chilli. How you going, mate? Is that your new fish? Is that your new fish? You like the new fish, don't you? Yeah, yeah. Oh, fish. Oh, you come say hello. Hello. Now I'm going to give them a bit of a sand first on the, not sand, but a little clean up on the soft Scotch Brite, which is the super fine. That just gives them back their nice stripes and gives it a bit of a shine. Only takes a minute and really makes them look much nicer. And these with their stainless handles, they really come up nice. I'll do them all, then I'll change them up, and I'll even do the global. Bit of rust from the dishwasher. So just so you can see the before and after for that. So this is before. You can see it's a little bit dirty. And this is after. It can remove some of the darkness of the logo, but that's not super critical. It's still there. The customers seem to appreciate it. Nice. Of course, I recommend don't put them in the dishwasher. But sometimes, modern life, you know, I understand. But I think it does affect the metal. the global. I'm wearing my Chinese safety boots. So kids, do not try this at home. Okay. Now I'm going to give them a bit of a shine up. Not too much. I don't want to get them shiny like chrome. Just want to give them a bit of a zing. White compound, which is the softest. Just a little bit. Start off with a cleaver. Because people pay a little bit extra for my service, so I like to give them a little bit extra. I'll give them an alcohol clean before I let them out the door. Let's make them nice and clean. Shiny, but still with a brushed finish. I think that makes a big difference. What do you reckon? all done. Of course, it's better to do these when they're blunt than it is to do them when they're sharp. It just reduces the visits to the hospital by a little bit. Okay, that's that done. Now, get to sharpening. So, Santoku. Probably sharpen these at, I think 15 is probably good, or maybe 14. Cheeky. On the fine setting. I'm getting a bit of gripping here. So, I'm going to put a couple of drops of oil. Smooth that out. Lovely. Now, do I have any burr? No burr yet. These come from the factory with probably a 32 to 35, so I'm reducing them down to 28 degrees. Makes them much sharper, hopefully not too fragile. If the customer complains that they're too fragile, they're starting to chip or behaving weirdly, I'll do them again at a lower angle. This is a new customer, so hope he'll be impressed. Ooh, look at that. Little piece of metal came off. That's interesting. What's happening there? Oh, just a brand new bird being birthed, I suppose. Look, there's another one. There it is. See it? Interesting. Now I've got a burr. The third one. This is interesting. So I'm going to show you again. Where is it? There it is. Fascinating. Metals, eh? Must admit, I have not seen that very often. The sharpeners, have you ever seen that happen before? Let me check with my engineering eye. Does that look even? Oh, a bit bigger on this side, so I might just try this again. One more. That was indeed a strange thing that happened. It looks even. Perfect. Let's test it straight off the wheel. Let's see how it looks. little bit catchy, but not very lifty. So that's good. Oh, looks like I've raised those burrs. But they haven't quite come off yet. Just a couple of light, very high passes. Oh, much better. It's still a bit clingy. And the fact that it got worse before it got better proves my little theory that we are in fact raising and removing little micro burrs. It's getting pretty close. Not run out. Oh, won't spin. Oh, much better. Much better. I'll show you from this side. Could be a little bit better. Very light touches now on the back. On the back I mean by the suede. Doesn't like the suede. Starting a bit weird. I'd expect far more performance from that high angle, unless I've done something to the edge. Could be. But I won't stop until I'm happy. It's finishing nicely, but getting there. This is a very sensitive test, so I'm not surprised that it's being a little bit cheeky. I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Number one. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Good to have you. I've got lots of videos. I've got a back catalogue of over 700 videos now. Of course, my aim when I started the channel was to do 1,000 videos and then assess the channel's viability. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, there are some other creators out there who hit on the first video. Well, within 10 or 20 videos, they've already got 100,000, 200,000, or even 1 million subscribers. But I guess you guys are more discerning. You won't subscribe as easily as some of the silly little TikTok style channels. Plus, my videos are longer than most, which some of you enjoy. I had a look at my stats the other day, and over 50% of you are watching on a television. That's amazing. Now, with a TV, it's a bit of a hassle to change videos and all that. So once you've found a video that you want to watch, you want it to stay on, a bit like a TV show. Now, I'm not saying I'm like a TV show, but I am the length of one. Some of them are feature movies. Might give it a smooth on what a subscriber or viewer told me was probably oak. I was recently told to get my jeweler's loop and have a look and see what's going on in the grains with the wood, because it's a bit of a mystery. There you go, I've got good burr. I've sharpened quite a few knives without having to redress the wheel, so it's proving to be quite hardy. This is of course the Blackstone wheel, which is not supposed to be used for knife sharpening, but last I measured it, and it was a while ago when I set my tool to 220, so let's have a look and see what it is now after probably several dozen knives. Still 220. That's great news. Great news. Okay. That one's much quicker. Sometimes with a set of knives, it's you get some long ones, you get some short ones, some give you trouble, some are very easy. It all averages out in the end. And today's a Saturday, so this is a perfect Saturday activity. I cannot think of a better thing than a man in a shed on a Saturday. Women as well, if they like that sort of thing, I suppose, but 98% of you are blokes. There's a couple of gals as well, you're always welcome. Of course. A lot of my customers are gals. And these days, of course, it's 50-50 as to who's cooking. So let's test this straight off the wheel. Not bad. A few little catches there, so I might just try it on the suede. When I find that it starts to get prickly after the stropping, it means that there's still some burr in there that's coming out. So I'll revert back to the ridges side of the kangaroo tail strop, which, if you're new, I always use raw. There's no compound or anything, because these are very high silicate skins or tails or hides that have their own abrasive effect. And the ridges, of course, really dig in, make a huge difference. Well, it's getting pretty close. Chilli is loving his new toy now. He's very attached to it. The fish or the shark. Oh, nearly there. You know, and there's no real set method. You just do what you do until you get the result you want. That's pretty close to good enough. Little yellow warning sticker, just to tell them they've been touched and sharpened and to please be very careful. Oh, utility, very nice size. Looks like about a 7-inch. Let's just triple check. Oh, just as well I did. Went down a little bit far. Perfect. So 3 on that side. Not yet. Okay. Once I start to feel the burr, I don't just stop there. I want to make sure that it's there, so I'll give it a couple of extra passes just to make the burr very strong and noticeable. And then I'll finish with a couple of light pressure. When you're using light pressure, you have to travel slower because you don't want to skip too fast over the bevel. You've got to give the stone time to create a single continuous facet, otherwise you get flat spots. Nice, that feels nice and sharp on the burr. Yep, I've got a bit of faceting on the back. Show you what that looks like. There it is, see that? Slightly different colour. That means I went a bit too fast on the back. A little bit more on this side. Perfect. See, one reflection. One flash. In fact, this here looks a bit small compared to this side. So I'm just going to give it an even Steven on this side. Much better. Okay, let's whip that burr off. Ooh, nearly there with a single pass. Definitely clean. Clean, clean, clean. Okay, let's test. Yeah, a bit lifty, but close. Nope. Ooh, close, but no, not yet. Close. So we can finish it on the suede side. Nope, still pushing. Wonder why. What's with these knives? Of course, it could be any number of things, but I'll just keep going until I get them satisfactory. People don't pay me for okay, they pay me for awesome. I mean, these will go okay through a magazine paper, but this is the ultimate test. it can't slice through here, there's an issue. You know what they say, an issue, we all fall down. And that's pretty close. Not quite grabbing the entry like I like. Okay, that had a better entry, but it's got some issues halfway down. Maybe I'm being too gentle. Let me put some pressure on. See if that cleans it up a bit better. Go back to the ridges. We know the ridges work. It's normally the lower quality steels that give me this sort of trouble. The high quality steels, they break off real easy. Whereas these, I'm not saying they're low quality, they're pretty good. They're probably about an X50 or something like that. Oh, there you go. Yeah, getting there. I'll do one here, make sure I'm happy before I bring it over to the camera. I'm using what I would call medium pressure here. I feel very sharp. Oh, better entry. A little bit teary. Keep going. That's got it. See that? Great entry. And beautiful finish. That's what we want to see. Always worth the fight. I used to give up when I wasn't achieving the results that I wanted, and I'd go back to the grinding wheel too early. But I'm finding that the more I persist on a kangaroo tail strop, the better it is. Which again reinforces my belief, which is an unscientific belief, that I am teasing out the micro burr from between the grinding marks. and sometimes they're a bit sticky and they hang around. Make it a little bit difficult to come off. And I think it's those little prickly bits that are causing the drama. And once I can finally get them all off and released from the blade, that's when it glides smoothly. Bing! These have got a great swing sound. Don't bang people's knives, Baz. What are you doing? Right, now, the last two are going to be a little bit tricky. We've got a big fat cleaver here. But it's got a fairly well-defined bevel already. So I'm going to just copy what's there. And we might even measure it and see what it is that's there. Once again, this US 430 is very handy because look how high it comes up. Very handy. Let me bring it up to where I reckon roughly. Riveting vision. Can't look away. Now, in order to measure, we use the marker method. Now I simply rub the wheel and see where it's grinding. It's a bit high, so that means I have to lift it up more. Still a bit high. That's a little bit low now. I'll drop it down a smidge, and I reckon that's us. Oh, that is so good. I'm going to show it off to you. How good is that? Yeah. A little bit of black marker there, a little bit at the back there, but that was spot on. So you know what? Let's just be curious. Curiosity. And loosen the angle finder. Let's see, what angle was that, Baz? Did you have a guess? 20. Which is pretty typical. Beautiful on this side too. No burr yet. Ooh, beginning a burr. How you going over there, Chilli? The end of the video will give him an SNACK. Can't say the word because he's learnt it. So if you like dogs, hang around to the end. Check your burr often. Tells you how you're going. And once you achieve a good, strong, obvious burr, that's enough. You can stop. Unless your engineering eye tells you that you need to even up the bevels, which sometimes happens. Because alternating from one side to the other without checking doesn't always produce even bevels, because there's many factors. How fast you go, how hard you press, how the knife was sharpened originally. It could have been offset one side more than the other. So doing even passes will not get you the even bevel. So now I've got a good burr. And the edges look even. We're done. Love a big even bevel. Look at that. That's a beautiful bevel. You will only get perfect bevels like that on a guided system, whether it's a Tormek or whether it's a push rod. You'll only get them. That's not to say that the sanding belts don't get you a good edge. They do. And that's not to say that if the bevels aren't exactly even and perfect, that you won't have a sharp knife. You will. But it's just something that I like to see. That's all. It pleases me. Now, the big question is, will a 40-degree angle slice a cigarette paper, tally-ho? And for those of you who are new, the reason that I use tally-hos is because they're always and consistently the same thickness, which is 17 grams per square meter, or 17 GSM. Right? And that provides me a consistent measuring device with which I can measure how sharp the edge is. A couple of small catches there. icy smooth. Put your hands up if you said icy smooth before I did. You're a true fan, and I appreciate you. I would have you all over for a barbecue. I would. All right. Let me just clean off that marker so it looks pretty. I gave in yesterday. I had somebody to come over and mow my lawns. I got all the tools. It's just sometimes CBF sets in, you know? You know CBF? I suffer from it sometimes. Alright, let's see if we can split a tally-o. Ooh, nearly. Let's get a fresh packet of tally-ho. The equivalent to tally-ho, this is an Australian product, is Rizla Green. Tally-ho are made by Rizla. I always start off gentle in case that's all it takes, and then I get more and more aggressive as it becomes more and more difficult to work with or starts misbehaving. Oops, forgot to get another one. Here we go. If you want to go to my merchandise store, the address is isharpen.shop. I sharpen, like the channel name, dot, like a period, and then the word shop. You can hear the ridges working. It feels rough to some people. If you're not accustomed to using a kangaroo tail, you may be screwing up your face. But don't do that. The ridges are there for a purpose. And they do a damn fine job. Ooh. Okay, it's getting there. If you can't find kangaroo tail in your part of the world, try buffalo or horsehide. Horsehide was used by barbers of the olden days. And buffalo because, well, I've seen buffalo hide and it's got good bumps. Ooh, nearly there, 90%. Might go back to the ridges. The ridges always treat me well. So these Furies have been a little bit naughty today. Japanese stainless steel, Australia design. Of course, the Fury has an umlaut on the U, so how do you say that? Furry? Furries. Lord help us. Never actually come across a furry. Hope I never do. Nope. Now, watching me persist, I hope, is helping those of you who have trouble getting this level of sharpness. So you can see that, I mean, not that I'm anything special, but even I have trouble sometimes. Nearly there. Now this was sharp enough for the customer ages ago. We're just doing this because we're knife nerds, right? Ooh. Got it. Let's see if it's camera shy or repeatable. Camera shy. Oh, a little bit there, you saw it. Let me just give it a little tiny rub. I wonder if I gave it more time on that, would it help or hinder? What do you reckon? Come on, baby. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck. Was it a fluke? Have I gone past the mark? Ooh. Nearly. It wants to. You know I'm going to get it. You know I'm going to get it. What's a good movie without a bit of suspense, right? Dun dun dun. Come on, baby. Have confidence. Oh, good entry. A little bit catchy. I could edit the movie and just show you the perfect one, but I'll leave that up to the other channels. I want to be real. Gee, that was nearly a good one. That was nearly a good one. Let's try some ridges. Great entry. Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Ugh. Let me just try that again, because that's got such a great entry. Then I wonder. See, that's a pretty good entry. No. There's probably only about 3 of you watching left now. Possibly only just you. But that's all right. How many people can I fit in my workshop anyway? Normal people wouldn't sit through all this. So if you're still watching, welcome to the club. I mean, that's pretty close. Cleavers are difficult because they're so fat, but that's not helping. If this was a super thin Japanese knife or the Baz knife, which you can buy at iSharpen.shop, still a few left. I reckon that's close enough for a cleaver. I'm happy. Here's what that looks like. On regular slick magazine paper. Very fine. Very nice. Now, last knife left. Global, flexible. So, you know what we need with this, don't you? We need the flexible knife jig. I don't know why Tormek called it the long knife jig, because you don't use it for long knives. You use it for flexible knives. I'd ask them, but they don't respond to my emails for some reason. I think I know why. I really wish they'd come to the party and give me a T8 to give away to you. The marketing potential would be huge. But no, they've got other ideas. So let's bring this bit down to 14. Check for clearance on the jig. Yep. Sounds a bit harsh. Let's give it a 320. Round that corner off a little bit. Let's try that again. Okay, I know why that's happening. Because I'm going into the fat of the knife, which is not necessary. I'll show you what that looks like. See that? I'm trying to sharpen in here, not needed. And it has to go up to about there. To about there. So that was a big fat edge digging in. Alright, that explains that. I've got a good burr already, so I might not push it too much more. Maybe one more stroke. Nice. Oh, the rains are here, Marge. Nice. Swing. Let's see what it does straight off the wheel. Not bad. Just one little catch there. You can see the effect that geometry has. The thinner the knife, obviously, the sharper it can be. The better it behaves on tests. Still a little bit catchy. Beautiful. Yep. Tried to catch it. couldn't catch it. That's it, we're done. And if you hang around, we'll give Chilli an SNACK and we'll be done. He's sleeping with his little shark there. Oh, you know that sound. You know that sound. Go back so they can see you. Back, back, back. That's not back. That's the opposite of back. Come over here. Fish. Look, there's the fish. Where's the fish? Oh, never mind the fish. Never mind the fish. Look. See the fish? That's good fish. You ready? You sitting down? Let's lie down for them. Lie down, lie down, lie down. Good boy. Up. Mmm. That's yummy. You guys gave him that. You are giving my dog a snack. Fish. No, that's it, mate. That's it. What? Oh, you want the other one as well? Let's give him the other one. Duck jerky. Oh, here, pre-sit. Sit. Say thank you to the nice people. Say thank you. Oh, thank you. That's all. Finished. Not acceptable. One more. All right, one more. Only because they're very nice and they're all saying, yeah, give him one more. Lie down. Good boy. Up. And sit. Close enough. Wow. That's very vigorous. That's all. Did you swallow it? You're supposed to chew it a little bit. Oh, there you go. See what happens? See what happens when you swallow too fast? Oh, that's lovely. Waste not, want not. Waste not, want not. You all right, mate? You okay there? That's all for now. That's all for now. Gosh. No, no more. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you. Let's do some paper chest slicey. Nice. That was nice. Very slicey, that one. Alright, that's it for this session. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button. That's the number one thing. If you're not a subscriber, number two thing is hit the subscribe. Number three, if you want to actually support with cash, go to the shop. See if there's something there you like. You get cups, t-shirts, hats, stickers. They're cheap. You can get, you can buy Chilli a snack for 10 bucks. What else you can do? Oh, of course you can buy the Baz knife. This is the Baz knife. It's fantastic. This is one that I set aside because I really love the handle. Here I'll show you up close while you're watching. How beautiful, excuse me Mr. Chilli, is this handle. Oh, that's lovely. Beautiful, beautiful knives. Genuine Damascus. VG10 steel. Beautiful, fine. Let's see how fine that is. straight out of the box. How nice is that? So this is called the RW12. HRC 60-ish. Beautiful knives. Very nice in the handle. Some people call it a little bit heavy. Some people call it a little bit light. I don't know. It depends on the person, I suppose. Beautiful. I call it blonde Damascus because it's unstained, but it's there. It came through in the polish. The fact that I don't stain them helps because I think that it's a little bit unhygienic. I don't know. I prefer no acids on my knives, thanks. So they come in that beautiful box. Beautiful gift box. Baz Knives written on it. You can give it to someone or you can keep it for yourself. One guy said that's going straight in the pool room. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie. Won't we, Chilli? Yep. Yes, he said.